In our hyper-connected world, dominated by digital screens and ceaseless notifications, we face an alarming decline in critical thinking. How did we arrive here? How are technology and media playing pivotal roles in this intellectual decay? Consider social media. Its algorithms are meticulously designed to exploit our emotional responses. More than just a tool for connection, social media platforms are also mechanisms of manipulation, bombarding us with a cacophony of curated content tailored not to inform, but to incite. Is your news feed a window to reality or a hall of distorted mirrors? A place where confirmation bias runs rampant, reinforced by AI-driven echo chambers that echo our beliefs back to us, louder and more distorted than before. The gig economy, another tentacle of modern technology, promotes a culture of immediate gratification and short-term focus. In a world where tasks are broken down into fleeting gig assignments, the notion of deep, sustained reflection becomes alien. If we're more connected than ever, why are we thinking less deeply? Could it be that the demands of this ephemeral economy leave no room for the engagement required for rigorous thought? Through elenchus, Socrates provided a framework to counter superficial understanding in his time, a period not so different from ours, marred by political upheaval and social strife. In the Apology, we see Socrates employing this method, a relentless questioning designed not to defeat, but to dismantle assumptions, compelling his interlocutors to confront the fragile foundations of their convictions. Elenchus is not about winning arguments, it's about mutual enlightenment and self-reflection. But our modern media landscape operates to the contrary. Opinions are often shaped without any critical analysis, dictated more by sensational headlines than thoughtful discourse. Media manipulation is like a Pied Piper leading us away from our intellectual freedom, away from the responsibility of questioning what we consume. Having outlined the impact of technology, we can now explore how Socratic methods address these issues. Should we not strive to return to such disciplined inquiry in our digital discussions? A world where elenchus flourishes stands as a bulwark against the simplistic allure of echo chambers, offering a path to genuine understanding. Now, we transition from diagnosing these contemporary problems to proposing ancient solutions. In an era where minds are besieged by relentless media and devices that pre-digest reality into bite-sized beliefs, the Socratic method emerges not as a relic of ancient Athens, but as a vital tool for liberation. This method, elenchus, is not merely an academic exercise relegated to dusty tomes but a dynamic strategy for nurturing critical thought and intellectual independence in a dangerously conformist world. Elenchus, at its core, involves more than just questioning for the sake of dialogue. It is a transformative process, a rigorous interrogation that challenges not only what we believe but, more importantly, why we believe it. As illustrated in Plato's dialogues, particularly in the Apology, Socrates employed this method to expose contradictions in preconceived notions, pushing individuals to move beyond superficial understanding. Why do we panic in the face of questions? Because they bear the potential to unravel the carefully woven tapestries of comfort. What if your education is a house built on creaky scaffolding rather than firm foundations? Elenchus serves as the hammer and nails, fortifying these structures by ensuring they are sound. It strips away layers of assumed knowledge, encouraging a pursuit of beliefs built upon personal insight and deeply considered reflection. If wisdom indeed begins in wonder, why do we fear to question? The role of questioning assumptions is central in cultivating intellectual resilience. Socratic questioning is not about trivializing conversations. Rather, it is a sincere dive into the depths of ideologies, an exploration for truth amid chaotic noise. Through this method, Socrates wrote a manifesto for intellectual freedom, a blueprint for pursuing knowledge not as an end, but as a lively, lifelong process. In contemporary education and public discourse, the applications of elenchus are boundless. Imagine classrooms alive with students who are not just being told information, but are engaged in self-motivated journeys to understanding. Picture a society where public discourse is fueled not by shouting matches or echo chambers, but by insightful dialogue that seeks to refine rather than confirm preconceived notions. This is the promise of elenchus. Socratic questioning today can act as an intellectual firewall, a shield against the seductive whirl of cognitive dissonance, encouraging momentary discomfort for long-term clarity. Now consider. Socratic questioning is the chisel that shapes the stone of ignorance into the statue of understanding. If truths are to be uncovered and critical faculties refined, Socrates' method is more necessary today than ever before. Building from the diagnosis of our current predicament, We now adopt this Socratic framework to engage with these challenges head-on, fostering a society that is reflective, informed, and critically engaged.